organization as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Trojans ready to kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds his way up to the 24 before he goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes offense will have the football first. And here are the starters on the offensive front, and you won't find one much better in the country.
And it's amazing every year, man. We do these games, and we've done it for so long, and year after year, you can just hang your hat. Like this group up front on the offensive line is going to be physical. It's going to be tough. It's going to start there. And, Palmer, it's no different in this contest.
They have done such a good job, I think, too, developing guys up front, because they're not always getting 5-star talent, but this coaching staff, year in, year out, they're able to get the most out of these guys, get them in the weight room, get their weight up, work on the technique, the fundamentals, and they all work so well together. They're so well coached up front, and no different this year with this unit.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, gonna throw it. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
The fake wants to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. Under pressure. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hauls it in. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The Trojans will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Gets the back moving. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. They get to him, and now they'll face a 3rd and long. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And this defense did exactly what they wanted to do. You force the passing situations. Now what do? Now you can drop back, play pass. And when the quarterback scrambles, now I just rally to the football, I tackle him on the ground, and I force the fourth down.
And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Hauls it in, the first down and more. There he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver.
And he's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Bringing the extra beef. It's goal line. I know what I'm going to get. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to be bigger, stronger at the point of attack and push you around. And then the running back does the rest and finds the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Jordan. Knocked down immediately.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Here comes the heat. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
Takes a handoff. It's Jordan. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick give. It's Jackson. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Keeps it on the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it. They got it blocked just enough and a good gain on that run. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Pulls it. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Ball at the 38, the defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Making the adjustment. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Shows him the stiff arm. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find a way to maybe commit more bodies, be more physical at the point of attack, and take away some of this rushing game.
And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The play fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job in the last drive, but man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. Snapped on 4th down. Oh, pressure's coming. Got his man downfield. They get the completion, but it won't be nearly enough as the defense is there to stop him short. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Complete on the left to Williams. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Trojans want to move quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell.
Snags it, and there's running room. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Mosley.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Trojans will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Great job by pass defense down here with their backs against the wall. They're doing a good job really constricting these windows for their quarterback to throw into and getting pressure on the QB, making them pay every time they drop the quarterback back to throw.
He'll be stopped right there. They threw it short of the goal line, and now they've got some ground to cover on 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Quickly complete. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
And guys, we got to see his first start, right? Like, get started into this, being a highly recruited high school kid, taking that next step. And I'll tell you what, Jesse, watching his tape over these last weeks and now getting into the middle of the season, later part of the season, he looks like he's the part. Can he carry this team to the next level, to a natty?
That's what people are talking about now, David, because here's the thing. Everybody knew he had the physical attributes, right? The thing that we've been really impressed with, I think, is just seeing his poise and how he's handled the pressure each and every week for a true freshman. If this keeps up, David, I think that question could get answered. I think he could take this.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Breaks into the open. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown,
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And he puts through the extra point. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Fresh center downs going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Buckeyes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
USC's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, his conversation with his team in the locker room was execute, execute, execute. He understands that here at home, sometimes the crowd is in it, sometimes they're not. He wants them to bring their own energy and to make sure they are executing on every play to start the third quarter.
All right, Holly.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
To the air. It's Mayava. Look out! Turns it upfield.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Wants to go up top on second down. Between the hashes, it's Williams. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Hits inside, it's Jordan. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Sends it back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Swings it out to the flat. He is stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Drops back on first down. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Looking deep, and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning, and they'll get him down after a solid return.
And for that quarterback, that was a good feeling that turned bad really quickly. He saw cover 1. He got excited, taking a shot deep down the field. After he threw it, though, he could see the defender had better positioning than his receiver did, and that ends up being an interception.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Quarterback keep. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Trying to take it back. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Moving the pocket, it's Mayava. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a 1st down. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Jordan. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll send the back in motion. Miller with the ball. Turning it on. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
Got some work to do on second down after that last one. They need 13. They'll run the counter on the stop.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Rush is on. He's on the move. Miles through the defense. He can't find enough room. Stopped at the 17, and it brings up a fourth down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic. Finish. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. Way to the occasion.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Fresh set of downs going up top. Smith's got it.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw one first. Rush right in his face. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
He's got an open man. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty. Penalty is on the D. I guess the good news is they didn't lose much ground. There's not much left. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Out wide right, it's Bowman.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
That last completion left them with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. Motion from the back. From the gun, it's Wormley. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Out wide left, it's Bowman. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Heward. Under pressure. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Second and long here. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to get it himself. And it slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let them out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. They're all over it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback as an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. With a minute 52 seconds left, the defense will use a timeout trying to get the football back. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. Now on first down from the 30. Tight end now in motion. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and give him 16 on the year.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for a 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Looking for a man. It's Heward. Fires on the move. Left side is Coleman Williams. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Well, quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Back to pass on 2nd down. This time he's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play.
He's got it. First down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeps it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Buckeye! The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Sets his feet. It's Heward. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Bowman. He'll get out of bounds, and they've got 17 ticks remaining.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down. You get out of bounds. You're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Second down to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2 minutes.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. One more play to pad the stats. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.